through the PSN network when they watch me play. Because when you broadcast on either Twitch or YouTube, it broadcasts on the PSN as well. I've gotten a couple followers on the channel that I use, which is being a Gerk. Taking forever. There we go. I left off looking for ore. I will. I had one person viewing me for like a half hour. It was the same person. But I get on average about 18 viewers at any given time. It does help when there's a female voice. Like, I really hate to admit it, but,
I'm always looking for ancient relics to study.
I just like stepped into a place and completed the quest and I can't remember what the quest was.
Well met, hero of Neverwinter. Ah, the hero of Neverwinter has arrived. It is good to finally meet you. I look forward to fighting side by side with you against the cult of the dragon.
Where's my trail? Oh, there it is. Pedal to the pedal. I do love the animations on the various areas that, you know, use as teleport. Like going to the moon mask, where the VIP lounge is at. Oh, whoa. Well, I just played with a new ability I put on the Ranger, but I had never used it before. My explosive shot. What I like about the multi-shot is either you can do it really, really quick, or you hold down whatever button you have it for your at-will attacks, and it'll charge it, which narrows the field. Though it does take a little bit going back from the, or from being used to my rogue to playing a ranger. Are you playing Planet-Side too? What are you up to, John? I actually need to run the Prince of Folly a bunch of times. Well, running the Prince of Folly, you get 10 of those freaking little thingies each time you run it. Well, that's a random queue. I don't know if that's like if you like queue for it specifically. It's just doing the Prince of Folly is a pain in the ass because yeah, you're either hit or miss with a good group. Like, what does it matter about DPS if you're not doing what it takes to
Protector's Enclave needs your help.
Gothwan went to Blacklake. That explains a lot. If Gothwan's gone into Blacklake District, that's going to be trouble. Blacklake District is a mess. I'm not just talking about the sludge from the lake. The National Rebels are openly defying Lord Nevermore's rule and are attacking anyone who won't swear loyalty to their leader, Karzov. Meet with Private Hawthorne Falwen. If Gothwan is still in Blacklake, Hawthorne will know about it.
Man, I really don't like when you get that like sensation in your ear that just like causes you to get full body shivers. It like the ear canal itches. Or you have like something in there that's tickling it.
Watch your step in this district. Blacklake is home only to the desperate and the deranged. Well met. I am Hawthorne Falwen, private in the service of the city of Neverwinter Soldier in the squad of Sergeant Knox, finder of secrets, and hunter of criminals. I had not heard you were coming, but I look forward to working with you.
Man,
Last I
that was
heard,
like
Sergeant Knox sent you on the
listening
trail
to
of
a
one Gotham
title
Cooper.
from
I have news of his
Game of
whereabouts,
Thrones.
but I fear it's not good.
He literally has like 1, 2, 3, 4 additional things. Man, that was like a total gnome or halfling like introduction. In 3.5, I wonder how many people actually read in gnome cultures, or no, halfling cultures. That halflings have extremely long names. Like they have their first. Oh, halflings do it too. With halflings, it's like they'll have their clan name and then like their deeds get abbreviated, like their great deeds get abbreviated into new names.
Our best hope for finding Karzov and the stolen crown lies with the Nasher Cutpurse Gothwin Cooper, who took part of the theft. I've marked a few of his known haunts on your map. Investigate those areas and see if you can turn up some clue to where he may be hiding.
How's a person supposed to make an honest living in this town? The Nashers claim to be revolutionaries, but they're just another street gang. They steal from the poor, claiming it's to overthrow a tyrant. But all they really want is to line their own pockets. Well, no more. I've still got a little coin, and I'll pay you well to recover some of the things they've stolen from us.
Now I wish I had my freaking 3.5 book just so I can like see if I'm right about the halflings.
Hey.
Hey, Diles.
Hey, how are you?
Doing alright? How are you doing, honey?
Not too bad. How was your weekend?
This past, LARP, dude, I like have no idea like exactly what week it is right now. I can't remember if LARP weekend was last weekend or
Last weekend.
okay. Glad somebody's keeping track for me. Oh man, so much happened. Because in the game we're getting ready for war in our LARP.
Right.
And
most folks consider the Black Lake a polluted
It
mess,
was,
but for an alchemist, it's brimming with possibilities.
there were a lot of like drawbacks and successes. I consider one of my biggest successes getting the goblins of the Goblin Woods to agree to assist us.
Okay.
It's only gonna cost my character and another player's character a month each of our time.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Because between games, we can do things for further plot.
You mean you make deals in your personal? You make deals in the game which are carried out during your personal life?
Well, it's done online, like
Right.
through email.
Give me an example. Give me an example of like you've just made a deal with some other faction, right? Because you're planning for war. Right. What is the deal, and how is it carried out? You said, you know, it's going to be a month of your time.
Right. How it would be like the deal on my end, I play a bard. And so while their people are, you know, working and whatnot, I am to tell stories of, interesting enough, another PC's greatness.
Another PC.
Yes, this particular player character. He's gone over to NPC for a while, and
What's NPC?
non-player character.
Right.
Which
So you
is,
have to make up a glorified story of this person's character, but it has to read like like an adventure story or a biographical story.
singing the greatness of his deeds to goblins. So it can be
Right,
like,
so you just got to pick him up. Yeah.
yeah, I can make shit up about like things he's done that have benefited goblin kind.
Okay then, so we're talking God complex.
Yeah.
It's good. No, it's good. It's good because if you do that properly, you'll be able to look at every politician you see when they go on the news and they do their bullshit lies. You'll be like, yep, liar, liar, liar. You know, because they embellish, don't they? That's what you're going to do.
Yep.
But anyways,
And during
so
the
you
year
made
that the player's been, or that the person's been NPCing,
right. So,
his character has been working with the goblins to reform his image with them.
right, so you're just, okay. So you're like a public relations type of thing, spinning him good.
Yep.
Or getting the good things he's done and, you know, ramming them home a little bit, but putting a sweet side to it, yeah?
Yeah.
Look how wonderful this is what this person did for you guys, and look, you've got more money, you've got more food, you've got better homes, you know, like the politicians.
That's pretty much what I'm supposed to do, and when I went to the Goblin Woods, before, they were kind of a rudimentary culture. and the first thing that Plot said to me, when you come into the Goblin Woods, you notice a huge difference. There's roads, there's signposts. The huts are, you know, of a far better quality than before.
I've been keeping Sergeant the dismissive note, the dead bodies, and the
and I
suet tune.
kind
They all led up
of
to one thing.
got an
Gotham Cooper
idea
has been kidnapped by the infamous
of
Dead
what he
Rats
was
gang.
up to beforehand.
Right. So now that you've made a deal with this person, and you said a month of your time, does that mean you have a month to make this story, this deal, your side of the deal?
Well, I don't necessarily have to write the story if Plot's in a good mood, and just say I go to uphold my bargain, and you know I go and entertain the goblins with stories of Trog.
Right. I just wonder where the month comes from. The month of your time. Roll. Not the right way. Right,
Yeah.
right. That's what. See, this is what I've never. This is the first I've heard of this type of thing. Okay. So if I was to join a group with you lot and somebody said, "I want a month of your time," I'm thinking, "What's that? 40 hours a week you want from me?"
No.
You know? Okay.
We aren't the only ones who want Gothwin to reveal the location of Karzav and the Crown. A gang of were-rat thieves, known as the Dead Rats, caught wind of his involvement and kidnapped him. The Nashers abandoned Gothwin to his fate, so if you can rescue him, he will likely tell us everything he knows. The Dead Rat's lair is in the sewers here. I'll mark a known entry on your map, but be careful. Gothwin is no doubt being kept deep within their nest.
Right.
The Black Lake District is a dangerous place.
Right. Right. So it's very creative, isn't it? You know, if there's a pause in this game, everybody else gets to go off and do whatever they want to do, really. And then come back and tell them.
A lot of the PCs will end up working together on various problems.
Right.
Like, it was,
Black Lake is a hostile area.
my friend who plays my character's twin brother, who made a deal with a fiend, which basically think of them as demons, and made a deal with a fiend that screwed like everybody over, and caused, you know, Plot to have to rewrite storylines for like all phases or all parts of the game, because in the game you have the background world goings-ons, then you have the continent that we're on, you have those storylines, and then you have personal plots. Like, Plot writes a story that affects, you know, each player's character.
We may not have much, but we have our
Daz. Yep.
Oh, you do?
Yes. Have you had the pleasure of meeting my son?
Hey, how's it going?
Soren is my son.
Right.
In real life, and plays
cannot guarantee your safety beyond
Plays
this
the game
point.
with you.
Yeah, he LARPs with me too.
That's nice.
Actually,
He lives with you?
No, my mom has custody of my kids right now.
Roger that. Right, so that's nice. You're doing something that's fine. It's like my dad trying to take me fishing. But, you know, you do it because, like, my bonding. Son, my dad sits there with his fishing rod and I just sit there talking my head off, looking at my watch, you know. It's just like hate
my
it falling.
stepdad was the one that would take us all fishing. Like, he lives
Cannot
by
guarantee
the
your safety
philosophy,
beyond this point.
give a man a fish for a day.
Oh, I teach him to fish, he can survive, yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah, a lot of daddies do it, but, you know, he likes rugby, I like football. You know, he supports Manchester City, I support Manchester United. But I suppose it was nice that we talked a little bit, I suppose. 20 minutes. That's all done. I should have took him to a strip club, right? I still can. I'll do that tonight.
The Nashers are
I'm
You
looking
think I'm
forward.
joking? If he takes me fishing, I can take him stripping. Ha ha.
I'm looking forward to when my son turns 18.
Yeah, if you're in the United States, you hit 18 in England is a big deal. One, because you get to vote, whatever. But two, you can go to the pub. Right? You can go to the pub. So a big tradition here with the son normally is like the dad will take him and buy him his first ever pint of lager or pint of beer. 21 is another big one. That's one when you actually officially become a fully fledged adult.
It's very similar
And
to
then-
that, like similar to that here in the U.S. 18's a big one because you're a legal adult.
Right, but you can't buy beer.
You get to vote. You can't.
Oh, this is interesting. I like this because we do too have different military laws to the British laws also, and we have to abide by both when you serve.
And if you're stationed overseas, the drinking age is lowered to your home port or wherever your base is at. Like I was in Guam.
Now that's interesting. That's
like that was
interesting
my
because-
first base, and
Okay, can I ask this before we carry on? Just real quick. Right, it's 21 the age is drinking in the United States. Now, is it still 21 on the base if you're on foreign soil, or is it, say, 18 like in England? So, and a military gun.
I remember when Black Lake was a nice place to live.
Right, so the E Club sounds like the NAFI. We call it the NAFI. It's the NAFI bar. Right. That's interesting. But, yeah, okay, got it. Carry on.
with when I was stationed in Guam, it was completely legal for me to drink off base.
Yes, yeah, because that's the law of the land, isn't it?
And then when I was in a foreign port, the drinking age was 20. Like I if I was caught drunk under the age of 20, I could get in serious trouble
So,
with my commander.
you're here. I'll get right to the point. House Solarin, one of the noble drow houses, has apparently taken an interest in undermining the rebuilding of Neverwinter. At the moment, a Solarin spy is preparing a meeting with members of the Nasher rebels, likely intending to provide the Nashers with magical equipment for use against the Neverwinter Guard. I intend to disrupt this meeting and kill the Solarin spy.
Remember,
The
when I was
meeting will
growing
take
up,
place
5 years
shortly.
old,
Go to the
working
Nasher
down the
meeting
mine,
house and
digging
dispose
for
of the
gold,
guards there.
18
I will
hours a day,
replace them
8
with my
days a
own
week.
men, who can spring a surprise attack during the meeting.
Oh, yeah. No, 8. This is when I'm a kid. This is when men were men, Oh. It is fun to look back at, the 1800s, literally children working down the mines and whatnot. And today. Do you think the rich people give a shit about the scum off the streets who send their children down the mines just to be able to afford a loaf of bread? They don't give a fuck. Oh, it's everything. It's everything in England.
Industrial.
What was the difference in the law? Do you know?
The farmers' laws are the farmer laws are still different, just like owning a family business is different. Having your kids work at the family business, I mean, they still have to go to school, but like on a farm, they legitimately can start working at, I think, age 10.
Okay.
And for a business, it's age 12.
Right.
You have suffered a minor injury.
Receiving 2 minor injuries in the same location upgrades the injury from minor to severe. Use an injury kit or stand by a campfire to remove 1 minor injury.
That's smart. That's smart, especially way back when. You know what I mean? Less industrialised farms and whatnot, so yeah, all hands on deck at certain times of the year. Makes sense, doesn't it? Don't forget you're also feeding an income too. I did see an online exam from way back when, the 1800s, and it was all to do with weight measures and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But they implemented it into mathematics. So the kids had something to relate to when they're, you know, minusing this and plussing that and timesing the other and all these things. And it's a pretty good exam. You know, it's everything from that day which mattered to those kids or those families at that time. Now exams are just, I haven't taken an exam for some time, but they're so dumbed down, they reckon it's like 70% of what it should be. Where they say the American dream is over. It's not necessarily the one thing that most people think. It's once you're settled in and you're 2, 3, 4, 5 generations in, you know, you lose that, like you say, desire to push.
Your hit points are low. Use a health potion to restore them.
Everybody will. Exactly, we need one of the things. Yeah. Have you noticed that, yes, you are correct. Now, this follows on to exactly what you've just said, in a bit like this. They should also teach our kids, our children, our futures, that, yeah, you didn't come first. Look at yourself. Why did you come first? And blah, blah, blah. Question yourself, better yourself. And to the winner, show grace to your competitors so they don't feel too bad. But they're also giving positive reinforcement, as in, right, if you would have done this, you'd have got this guy.
Oh,
you'd have done this.
The
So there's your
Rowan.
motivation. There's your competition.
But after cars have left me to die down here.
You
Yeah,
want
you
to
did
tell
well.
them the philosophy I've taught you with
Because this is what athletes get told.
sports?
Athletes get told this. Doctors get told this, you know, how to better yourself and whatnot, and people will criticise you. But you end up better. 10 years later, you're the one doing it back down to the newbies. Just like in the game Neverwinter. Anything. You know, the experienced ones always share their knowledge with the others, but they get bollockings, they make a mistake, but they get better. Because they want to be good, better. But giving everyone the trophy just for waking up in the morning and being able to spell your name at the age of 30, fuck off. You know, don't be a cunt.
Rowan, you want to
Honest
tell
to
them
God.
the philosophy I taught you?
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, do you think it's fair that I get an inclusion award if I'm playing against? I mean, I'm talking about soccer, football, the world's best, just because I'm in a team with the world's. No way. These people are far better athletes, but I'm better in the different areas than they are. You know, so just because I put a pair of, yeah, just because you. Yeah. Yeah. I'm straight, yes.
Oh, hold on a minute, Soren, let me log off this character. Yeah,